The Jharkhand MLAs have reached the resort. This is the latest piece of information we are getting in right now. The MLAs have arrived at the Leonia resort, and those are the latest visuals. First and exclusive on Republic TV, keeping you ahead on all the developments as far as this Jharkhand political thriller is concerned. Remember, day after Soren was arrested, nearly 39 JMM MLAs were now going to Hyderabad, and they have now arrived at the Leonia resort. And remember, at least 70 rooms had been booked already for these for the MLAs. Some of them are still incommunicado, remember, but they are going to stay in this 5-star resort. My colleague Aneri joins us on the broadcast tracking of developers. Aneri, over to you. We're getting in live shots from the Leonia resort. The MLAs have arrived.
Well, yes, all the MLAs from Jharkhand have arrived here at the Leonia resorts, where you can see the buses have just entered inside the resort. As you can see, we can still see the buses entering inside the resort, and heavy police deployment here right outside the resort. Well, what we are being told is that 70 rooms have been booked, and also I'll show from the Congress party have also come along with the Jharkhand MLAs here at the Leonia resorts. Heavy police deployment here also, because we have been seeing a lot of developments place in Jharkhand, political developments, where we saw this morning Hemant Soren also taking oath as the Chief Minister. But amid that, we see that all the MLAs were flown in to Hyderabad, and to ensure that the numbers are intact, they do not fall short of numbers ahead of the floor test. And that is the reason we saw that all these MLAs were brought down. They were flown down to Hyderabad, and now, as you can see, the buses have entered into the Leonia resorts, and now we can see all the vehicles of the Congress leaders are also entering inside the Leonia resort, where you can see a long cavalcade of the Congress leaders who was following, all these people along with the escort vehicles were following the MLAs so that nothing goes wrong for them, and expected to take place. But just before that, we are seeing that all these leaders of the Congress party and also the Karyakartas of the Congress party are heading inside the Leonia resorts, where we are bringing you all these latest visuals, where we are seeing that around 39 MLAs from Jharkhand have been flown down to Hyderabad. And now we are also seeing that a lot of developments, where we see that on Monday, before the floor test, all these MLAs will be once again flown, will be sent back to Ranchi to prove their numbers. So on the floor of the House, how they prove their numbers remains to be seen. But yes, to ensure that there's no horse trading, there's no poaching of MLAs, that shouldn't take place. And that is the reason why we are seeing that all these MLAs have now been brought to Hyderabad, and they have been shifted to the Leonia resort. So once again, resort politics is back in force here, where we see that to form the government, now the JMM along with the Congress have sent their MLAs to Hyderabad.
Absolutely. So that is the big update, viewers. We're getting in. Those are the live shots, and 70 rooms have been booked for 39 JMM MLAs. And as we speak, Aneri continues to get us on the live the latest details. Aneri, of course, the 70 rooms have been booked. That is also a piece of information that we have picked up for 39 MLAs. We're expecting some more MLAs also, because this is a luxury resort, and we are seeing that there are some of the JMM MLAs who are still unreachable, who are still incommunicado. So how long will it take, or what do we understand? How big a challenge is this right now for the JMM, for Hemant Soren?
Well, definitely a bigger challenge, because after the resignation of Hemant Soren, after he was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, we also saw that the Enforcement Directorates have got the custody of Hemant Soren for 5 days, where now we see that amid all of these developments, political developments, Hemant Soren definitely took oath as the Chief Minister. Along with him, 2 others also took oath as the Minister. But also at the same time, few MLAs are not reachable, is what we are being told, and that is the reason why it is why we are seeing that JMM is still struggling enough to make sure that they have enough numbers to prove it on the floor of the House, and that is the reason why we are yet to see when the floor test takes place. What we are being told is that it could be possibly on Monday that the floor test would take place, and just to make sure that they do not fall short of numbers or any sort of horse trading or the poaching of MLAs do not take place. And that is the reason why all the MLAs from Jharkhand are now being flown down to Hyderabad, and they have been shifted to Leonia resorts here in Hyderabad, where near about 70 rooms have been booked is what we are being told. So definitely a lot of developments, but we'll have to wait and watch how it turns out to be, because the numbers are very important at this point in time for JMM. And also remember how the BJP and also along with the BJP, who are in partner the NDA, are also very near to the majority mark, but they still need to have the numbers. So we'll have to wait and watch how it turns out to be.
Right, total number of 81 seats, one is vacant, and halfway mark is at 41. And right now we can see that it is 70 rooms booked for 39 MLAs. So this is a big update we see right now coming in. And as Aneri was detailing out the kind of challenges are right now before Hemant Soren, and we expect that in 10 days he has got 10 days to solve the matter and of course prove a majority. But any word on who are the top leaders, any of the top leaders who are right now involved in handling and firefighting this political crisis there in Hyderabad? Tell us more about that, because we know that Hemant Soren is of course a very close aide of Soren family, but there are a lot of divisions also that what we are learning about within the JMM.
Well, definitely there are a lot of divisions, and also the numbers which which they need to be proved. Well, definitely we'll have to see how they make it to the majority mark. Well, they say that they have 47 MLAs who are in support of JMN. So definitely it crosses the majority mark. But to make sure that they form the government, they need to have a stronger support and enough numbers so that they do not fall short of any sort of numbers. And that is the reason why they have brought all their MLAs here to Hyderabad to make sure that there's no poaching of MLAs. I'll once again try and show you the visuals around here at the Leonia resorts, where you can see the heavy police deployment here put in place, and also at the same time the MLAs have reached the Leonia resorts, and also a heavy police deployment. Congress leaders, Congress Karyakartas here in the state of Telangana have also arrived here in at the Leonia resorts, and also near about 70 rooms have been booked is what we are being told. And also at the same time, all the MLAs who were brought here in two buses, where we saw that how all of these MLAs were now shifted to the Leonia resorts, and now everyone is waiting here to go inside to get a word to ensure that everything is in place and they have the numbers so that they can be proved on the floor of the House.
Right, absolutely. Of course, heavy security deployment, as my colleague Aneri continues to show us the live visuals coming in from the Leonia resort that is in Hyderabad right now. Security has been beefed up, and that is the bus you can see where MLAs of the JMM have arrived at the resort. Thank you so much for the moment, Aneri. We'll keep coming back to you for more as the political thriller unfolds in Jharkhand, and of course, it has now reached Hyderabad.